Hello and welcome to the House of Blues. Tonight we face FC Twente in Holland for our second outing in the Champions League. FC Twente are a team of great stature in Holland and one of the most domestically decorated teams in women's football. They've won the Eredivisie 9 times, they've won 2 Bini League titles, they've won the KNVB Cup, Super Cup and Eredivisie Cup an impressive 3 times each. Twente's manager, Joran Pot, has been with the club since 2022. He's a Dutchman who saw success within his first year in charge of the girls of Twente by winning the Super Cup and then went on to retain that honour for a further 2 years. In the 23-24 season, Joran won the Eredivisie 2 to secure the double in just his second year. Now currently Twente sit in 4th place in the Eredivisie, only recording 1 win in 3 and are 4 points behind Ajax at the top. So Twente are currently in decent form in the Champions League, but to be fair, they haven't really met any tough opponents as yet. They've played a few qualifying matches where they made light work of teams like Osijek, Valur and Cardiff, where they scored a fair few goals and have a current Champions League goal tally of 22 goals in 5 matches. Their first group stage match was against the maiden Celtic, who they beat 2-0, which with Twente's experience was expected. So Twente have lost one of their best players to Chelsea in Vika Kaptein, who showed much promise in our pre-season campaign, but has yet to really come alive in our UWCL and Champions League campaigns. However, it will come, and hopefully that begins tonight against her old club. So Vika will know exactly what to expect and has warned us of not taking the opposition's threat lightly. She knows they are well organised, work well as a unit and have potential to cause us damage if we underestimate them. FC Twente are a very young team with an average of just under 23 years old, but should not be overlooked as they have a winner's identity back in Holland and more experienced heads than their youth may project. Joran likes to set his team up as a 4-2-3-1, with their fullbacks being influential in attack, and they'll look to find Van Dijk, although Van Dijk only managed 16 touches against Celtic and struggled to get into the game. So it fell to their number 10 Van Duren to be the attacking threat. I expect both Buchanan and Bright to deal with Van Dijk and Kaptein and Nusken to neutralise Van Duren successfully. Van Duren is a threat, scoring both goals against Celtic, and both goals came in the last minutes of each half, so this is something to bear in mind and we best not switch off when closing out each 45. Twente have some strong defenders that won't be so simple to break down, particularly on the right-hand side with their weaker defence playing on the left. I expect we could have more success on our right against Aliakatuin, and I feel that overlaps from Canarid and Bronze will bring a lot of joy this evening. Another Twente player that we should be mindful of is Leonie Vliek, who put together a hugely influential performance against Celtic and offers a substantial threat on their right-hand side, so it will be crucial for Baltimore to be on her defensive game and for Millie to occupy that space on the 18-yard to prevent anyone cutting in, much like she did against Arsenal. Now, how can we beat them? Well, I'm pretty sure we are the strongest opposition that Twente will have faced so far this season, and they will have studied our games against Real Madrid and Arsenal to see how best to put pressure on us, with the hope that they can make this a close competition. However, it will be our raw quality and Sonia's attention to detail that will prevent Twente from getting a result against us. We will dominate the possession, we'll aim to net our first goal within the first 10 minutes, and we won't sit back and settle for a conservative scoreline. While this won't be an absolute rout, I do believe that we will just be too strong for Twente, and this could end 3 or 4-0. Perhaps Twente could score a single goal as they'll be in front of their home crowd, but this would just be a consolation at best. Intense pressure from our wingers and the physical threat of Ramirez will keep Twente pinned back, and the experienced heads of our defensive line will be sure to quell any counter-attacking threat. Twente would be wise not to play us toe-to-toe and should be compact and force us to play against a low block to give themselves the best chance possible. Either way, I'm confident our team will break through any wall that they build. If we think back to pre-season in our game against Feyenoord, we absolutely trounced them 9-0. And while Feyenoord are generally a mid-table team, they are just a single point behind FC Twente in the Eredivisie at the moment. So I'm predicting a comfortable win for the Blues and a second victory in our Champions League campaign. So make sure you tune in to The Zone tonight at 8 p.m. Thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed my video. If you did, please like and subscribe. I'll catch you all soon for a post-match video, but until then, keep the blue flag flying high. Big love.